Welcome, 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 everybody. So excited to see you here today. Raise your hands nice and high for me if you are here to take away a whole lot of leads for your business. Is that why everybody is here? Let me know. I want to see the excitement. Just type in the comments for me below. Leads. Tell me how many leads do you want? Give me a number. So 500 plus today. Done. Dr. Kim is going to get 500 plus leads today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Who wants more? And also raise your hands nice and high for me up if you're here to make a whole lot of money out of those leads. What are you going to do with them? Guys, come on. What are you going to do with those leads? You're going to make a lot of money. You're going to make a huge difference in people's lives. Let me know in the comments below who here wants to enjoy true freedom. Freedom. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love the energy of the room. I don't even know how many leads I want. Yeah, that's exactly why I asked that question, because most people don't know how many do they want, because most people don't know how many people can they actually work with in order to stay on top of them, in order to nurture them, in order to get them to take the action that you want to take with them and convert them into, I don't know, I'm assuming your paid clients. That's the ultimate goal, right? Most people don't even know how many do they want. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. It's very, very important. I'm glad that she brought that up. You don't know your conversion rates. Yeah, most people don't. Most people don't work with those. And we work 100% on the conversion rates, guys, from sales. People who don't know me as yet, my name is Himani Jain. They call me the sales queen. And I help coaches who have a powerful message to share with the world. I help them sell more. And my zone of genius is to teach them how not to sell ever again. Like ever again. So I build systems that automatically nurture, that automatically do things in the background so that you're not on the face, so that you do the right things at the right time, show up when they think they need you, but you just kind of show up. And the sales, the client getting becomes pretty much incidental. That's what my zone of genius is. What I've seen is when I come out of my sales world, when I come out of working with my one-on-one clients, the problem that I see is they are caught up in something called marketing. They are caught up in something called Stone Age marketing. They're caught up in something that their coaches, the industry has taught them, told them, this is how you do things in order to receive, in order to get results XYZ, in order to get new clients, that's audience growth. And they should be, and they're spending their life, they're consuming their life 80% of their time, most times, in just doing that, rather than what they originally signed up for, which is, what did you sign up for, guys? To be a coach. And when you want to be a coach, you want to serve more people. You have a beautiful skill set, whatever it is. You could be a life coach. You could be a nutrition coach. You could be a financial coach. You could be a, anything. You could be adding value to other people's lives. And I want you to be able to help more people with what you know and not be stuck completely in lead generation. Does that make sense to you guys? Is that something that everybody agrees is the biggest issue here that stops you from moving forward, or it comes in the way of scaling if you're already making, you're already somewhere at some level in your online business journey? Does everybody agree with me on that part? Do you feel that there is scope, not just a small scope, but a very big scope for you to let go of that piece that is holding you back? And if somehow, some way we could remove that out, like literally pluck it out of your entire marketing process, you would be able to actually start working with way more clients, offer your awesomeness, and help so many more people. How many of you agree with me on that? Raise your hands nice and high for me if you agree with me, and type a big yes, me, in the comments below so that I can see it. Then what we'll do is, I want to show you a demo that will keep running in the background. You see that how easy it is to grab all those leads, audience, tribe very easily, and how fast you can get literally thousands of people. It's not even a thing. So we'll just do a little quick something. We'll run an automation and we'll keep talking and we'll see what does this thing do. So the goal is to, let's say, collect group members. This is just a very, 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 very basic something that I'm running for you to show you the numbers and what this software can do. This is just one tiny little feature. I don't even use it the way I'm going to show you. So I obviously add a lot of strategy to it, but just to get the ball rolling, let's do it this way. So let's say the goal is to find group members who fulfill certain criteria, okay? So I can tell the software, you can include my friends in there as an example, and so on and so forth. Don't worry about the settings too much right now. Um, um, there are different sections inside groups. I can choose any one of them. I don't want it right now. Do I want to add some keywords? There are unlimited keywords. I can say I want people who have written coach in their bio, people who have written, give me some words. What would you like me to add? Who are your target audience? Moms, absolutely. You can say mompreneurs, depending upon not just what you think you want to add, but what people write in their bio, because it's AI based. It'll pick up the exact words or not that people write in their bio description. So sometimes I actually open the group, spend 5 minutes scrolling down the members, see what is it that they write, and I pick up the maximum used words and put them there. And there's no limit. You can put any number of words, right? So you can say CEOs, you can say mom, you can say mompreneurs, you can say doctors, dentists, take your pick. Solar guys can do their stuff, any industry, any niche. So it'll pick up everybody who has used that word in that bio. Okay. For now, I'm removing it because that filters down the results by obviously a lot. That's not the purpose right now. I can add multiple things at the same time. So I can specify the keywords. I can specify I want people with whom I have an X number of mutual friends in common. I'm just going to keep it one because I like to stay Facebook friendly, because the next goal will be to send out messages to them, right? So I don't want to come in the bad books of Facebook. I mean, I have a lot of strategy to that. Don't worry about all this. I'll teach you all this. And then I want to tell the software, grab one person every 8 seconds, go all the way up to 5,000. Okay, let's keep it 4,000. I want to grab 4,000 people today, and then give a cool off time of 120 minutes. I will actually shut it down. I won't even run it after that. Let's see how far do we go. So I'm telling the software from a particular group, please grab up to 4,000 people today. I can continue doing this the next day and the next day and the next day if the group is large. And I want people with a certain set of keywords. In my case, there are none right now. I can also tell the software, pick them up from a certain category inside the Facebook groups, which is very helpful at times. You can get actually new people straight up from here and eliminate the rest. You can also tell if you want people to have mutual friends in common with you, if you are from a certain industry, and these numbers. That's it. Any group that you are a part of. So Canva is a controversial group here, right? It's got 401,000 members, 401,000 members. All I do is I click on the members page. I go and hit refresh. Let it just load. Okay, now you see this little spider. This is our friend. The spider thing is a friend of ours. So we click on it, just go and hit click, and let's see what happens. That's it. I'm done. My hands are off. I do nothing else. It'll do its job. But this technology is like AI. Okay, before I go on to explaining that, do you see the number here, guys? 400,000. It's already grabbed. It didn't take any time. It quickly processed the total number of the group. It's going to skip just the admins and the moderators automatically. That's how it's been designed. Just a few of them. There were like just a bunch of them, I think. And then there are 14 of them. I can just see it there. And it's going to skip those members. And after that, it's going to start scanning the rest of the people basis the filters that we have added, and it'll start bringing them over to our dashboard. From there, we can do very juicy things to them. We have access to start making connections instantly, again, automated. That's it. It's done. You just have to find the right places, there are 5 ways, there are 5 sexy ways that you can find leads. You see the number has gone up to 23. I'm not trying to just tell you, okay, go get this software, get your leads and get going. If you're that way, you can do that. But there's a lot more to lead generation than just clicking on a button and just bringing in people and then not knowing what to do with them and getting completely overwhelmed. And if you don't know the next step and the next step and the next step, you will just be stuck here. I mean, this piece is simple. This piece is just simple. Imagine like a Excel spreadsheet. Imagine like your formulas. Imagine all that stuff that you just don't want to do. Like when you want to do some complicated math, you grab a calculator and you punch in your numbers and it does its work and throws back the result at you, right? This is something like that. You tell the software, go find me this. It'll work through the algorithm. It'll process through all the keywords. It'll do a whole lot of stuff, match it, put it together, process it, and give you back the result. Is that possible to do with a human, guys? Is that possible to do with a highly paid human? Can a human replace Excel spreadsheet, the formulas, the complicated stuff that Excel, as an example, a software like that do? So what we are doing today is we're learning how to borrow coaching leads for $0 upfront. That's for free, organically, in one single sitting, while saving so much time, resources, our sanity, and all those headaches, frustration, pain points that we go through. And in my words, take our life back off Facebook. Everybody wants to know how to do this. What do you mean by borrowing coaching leads? Borrow? Did I post, guys, right now? Did I post anything right now? Did I create content? Yes or no? Anybody? Did I create content? I did not. Did I post anything right in front of you? I did not. Did I go live? I did not. Did I give out value? I would love to, but I'm just saying right now, at this point in time, ever since we've been together in this room, did I add value to anyone? Did I do anything at all? Or did I just go, picked up somebody else's audience and made them mine? Do you think all that content that we are trying to create, it already exists there in the world of Facebook? And we are not really exactly adding like something brand new. Of course, we have stuff to share. Of course, we have our own experiences. Of course, all of that is there. But what I'm saying is just to grab those leads, the lead magnet posts that we put out, or that tiny little something that we put out, do you think that hundreds of thousands of dollars of Facebook ads are being spent every single month to get people who are looking for exactly the same solution to the problem that you are solving? Listen to this again, please. Is it true or not that there are hundreds of and thousands of posts being put out, content being put out on Facebook every single day on exactly what is it that you would have put out yourself now? Is that true? Is it not true? So, in my opinion, everything, absolutely everything is already there. All you need to know is how to search for them, the right thing. And the minute you're able to search for them, the only time I spend is finding the right content, and content which is not very far back out in time, so that I get fresh leads. People who are looking for that information, for that solution, like now, like today. That's what we call as ready buyers. Okay? People who are drooling over that content. Give me this. I grab them first. That's how I borrow audience. Does that make sense, people? You have something beautiful to share with the world, please do it. But for the purpose of starting conversation, for the purpose of running your businesses, everything is out there in bulk, in wholesale. Just learn how to grab it and start working with it. That's all that I'm saying. Yeah? 700 coaching leads. The number is very tiny. I just use 700 as a number because it's a little more attractive. I'll show you right now in this session. I told you one single session, one single sitting. I'll give you 4,000. We just added the number 4,000. We'll hit it by the time we are done. Okay? $0 upfront. Have I paid anything for it? Of course, I have a tiny little license of a tool. That's it. I don't have a VA to do this. I don't have a lead generation expert. I don't hire a messaging coach to tell me how to write content. How much do you spend every month doing all of that and going crazy and still not getting the results that you're after? How much? The days of drowning in Facebook, fighting the algorithm. I have killed myself. I've choked myself on Facebook. I mean, that's how all of this came about. There's a whole story to it. So we're going to talk about 5 ways to do all of the above in one single click, making your life super easy. I'm going to help you choose your own unique lead generation style. We'll do this more in the workshop starting tomorrow. We're going to use smart filters to pre-qualify audience. Why do we pre-qualify audience? Anyone here? Why do we need to pre-qualify? I can give you 50,000 leads this month. You heard that right. We've got testimonials from people, and the guy said, first month, holy guacamole, we got like 50,000 people. No other software on the planet could do this. But the problem was, how the hell do we connect with all those people using Facebook in that first month? It's not possible. So how do we convert? Now we back to another problem. So we taught them how to solve it. If I want to do business on social media, online, I have to learn to bypass the mood swings of Facebook. I cannot be dependent upon it. I don't know about you. But that's what we are doing here. And I want to show you exactly how you can get your life back off Facebook. How many of you would love to do that? Yeah, because if you just wait, post, first you create content, you die thinking what to post, and then you wait for the engagement, which means you're dependent upon Facebook to show your content to the right people, which is not going to happen. Facebook doesn't want to do that. So how do you do it? All the people who signed up for my workshop, I had about 55 people who raised their hands in the last, I don't know, just 4-5 days. I shared with you, I had a tragedy in the family. I couldn't do a whole lot of things, so very little time. I didn't have time to promote, reach out to people, even my own audience. All I'm saying is 95% of them did not come from Facebook posts. They came because I had run automated message campaigns to them. Leads is not even a thing for me anymore. Leads is the easy part. I can literally stuff you with audience and leads today, right away. That's not the problem. So first thing I want you to understand and walk away with before you leave my Zoom room is to understand that that was Stone Age. Everything that you were taught by your gurus, by your coaches, by the industry in general. And I have also been through it. I've been told exactly the same thing. Go post, go, those different things that we do. You don't need to do any of that now because we have technology, because we've got AI, because we've got smart automation, right? So that's not even a thing anymore. The problem is, what do you do with them? And how do you nurture them to convert them? That's the problem. And my point is, I want to bring your attention to finding leads that are more aligned right from the get-go to what you're serving, to what is it that you have on offer right from day one, so that you filter out as much as possible. You pre-qualify the ones who are not the best fit for whatever it is that you have on offer, and start from that point on. Does that make sense? Can we learn how to take lead generation to the next level, guys? Because the goal is to convert them into clients. Yes, these are certain testimonials I just added. So, this guy, Lonson, he's been with us for a very long time, says the software takes us out of the stone ages of sideways sales letters to dynamic engagement, lighting up on all channels. He says, you've reinvigorated my trust in online sales, and the excitement is coursing through my veins. I'm getting started to set up the process. So many pieces filling in my understanding of how to do this process with authenticity, without making those mistakes. Yeah, I've done 878 people. Can everybody see? Is the screen visible? I haven't seen any other software, guys, where I can get even 1% or 2% of the people that I want to bring into my world. I've tried everything. And there's a whole story, and I'm going to explain to you why all this came about, and why am I talking about it, and how it can benefit you, and what is the, what are the values, who are the people who stand behind it. It's very important for you to know, because it's been designed in a completely different way.
I'm a very tech crazy person, but I'll tell you, Hamani and I have known each other for years. We're always like, hey, guess what I just found? Different tech softwares, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then she was the one that found these. And then I'm like, well, can I do this? Well, can I do this? Well, can I do this? We had that conversation. And then I finally realized, oh my God, you actually found something totally amazing. And then now it's just been going crazy with these tools. But the difference is she got to spend a ton of time with like Rachel Lee and a bunch of other people learning the messaging and really being into this, you guys. So she knows what she's talking about. And yes, direct and to the point, but that's exactly what we need. We just got to get through this and push through, and because we have to do it ourselves. We can't hire somebody else to do, our messaging that we want to do. So this is perfect, Tamani. I love the fact that you're doing this implementation piece, because I
Thank
think
you.
this is what people need. So
Okay, there's a little very quick backstory. So going back just about 2 years ago, my goal, obviously, as a sales queen, my goal was to get maximum sales, filling out my calendar, right? That was my main goal. Now, what happened is, just because I knew the systems, I knew the strategy, I knew exactly how to do it. I was very good at everything sales and systems and CRM and conversations and building a rapport and adding value. This is what I love doing, right? I used to help live launch coaches, people who do 5-day challenges. I know the most complicated. I would help them quadruple their revenue literally every quarter. Every launch, they would make more money and make more money and add more money and so on. That's what I was doing. I was writing systems and I was writing a whole lot of scripts for them. So coming from that background, I was doubling down on Facebook marketing, and I would live off Facebook because everything was around Facebook, all the nurturing, the high ticket programs, and getting people to warm up to you. Everything was around Facebook and algorithm and limits and how many messages could you send and how many people could you connect to? What would you say to them? How would you warm them up? How would you move them from one stage to the next, to the next, to the next, until they become your paid client? So I would double down on that entire process. And I had like lots of sales calls. I used to put out my numbers on Facebook back in the day. I said, oh, I've got so many calls booked, and oh, this is my conversion rate. Oh, this is my ROI. And I thought I nailed it. I thought I nailed it. It was all good, right? But then what happened is the pressure of doing it in no time, it just took over. It was like a pressure cooker moment. Like I was completely choked. I was completely, you know how it is. Like I see so many people taking breaks off Facebook because they cannot deal with the pressure. Anybody here has ever had that before? Ever had that before? Like you felt like you couldn't breathe, and all you could do was just to take a break, just to get out of it for some time, to then think through what is it that you wanted to do again. Anybody here like that? Ever? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah. And so I was supposed to go and help my clients achieve the results that I was promising them. And I was falling short on that. My health was suffering. My conversions they started going down. Everything, the quality of everything, the results started coming down, obviously, because I was completely out of sorts, completely out of sorts. And then I felt that I started questioning, and I said, this process is neither scalable nor is it in alignment with myself, because I'm looking for a system which can help me find and pre-qualify people right at the gate, and it can help me sell those people, my audience, to my offers on their own. I'm not going to run after them. I'm not going to sit and qualify them. I'm not going to go onto those long calls. I'm not going to sit and persuade. I'm not going to do any of that. That's not who I am. Anybody here who's felt like that before? Any part of it? You start a conversation and they're not so qualified, and then, one after the other, even though it seems like a decent number of people who engage, but they're not a good fit, and they may end up liking you even, but they don't really are a good fit for whatever it is that you have on offer professionally. Has anybody ever felt like that before? And ever? Yeah. So what I did was, I collaborated with this Canadian friend of mine, Greg, and going back about almost 2 years ago, we decided to put something together. I had no idea what shape or form it was going to take, because those were just ideas. He was already, He had already started to build something. He is a developer, I'm not. So he said, let's collaborate, because you understand sales and the process of nurturing and building connections and the process of conversion the best, and I understand technology and the coding part the best, and I've got a team, and let's put our thoughts together and create a system and build something which is backward integrated with sales, So this is what happened. He and I actually sat down over years, testing, building features, all of that. Lisa has been with us right since the beginning, almost. She's seen the whole process getting built from ground up. And Greg actually built the most powerful engine that we needed to work on Facebook. And then what I did is, as a sales queen, I actually took the best engine available in the market, and I built a whole car, my whole program, my whole offering around that on top of that. So I connected the whole strategy bit to it, the tactical pieces of strategy, not just strategy as in some cliche strategy, but more like the tactical pieces of what do you do, the implementation, the step-by-step things that you can learn, all of that. How do you build connection? How do you start a conversation? And how do you lead them to conversion? And how do you leverage technology to do most of those automated tasks? So we did that, we cracked it, it's working beautifully. How many of you would like to see that in action? Anybody here excited to see that in action? It's already done. It's been used. It's been used by a whole lot of us. We install it in our clients' businesses. I do a lot of onboarding for them. Hey, Bliss, you're a little late. Please make sure that you catch up the beginning part. Very important. We're running an automation in the background to see how many leads. We've already crossed 900 last time we checked. So that piece is done. Okay. So that's the car, guys. We made a very beautiful, sleek, good car out there, but we didn't stop there. We kept going. So we are at 11:56 right now. I just told you because I saw it. Okay, I'm not able to do this. Sorry about this pop-up. I don't know what to do about it. I have no clue. I have no clue what window to shut. My apologies, guys. Okay, back to the full screen. Send. Yeah. Oh, it's gone, I think. That's good. Okay, so we built out that car, and we didn't just build out that car. It was like one fancy space age, sort of a car which had all these wings coming out, like like a Tesla, like a Elon Musk, sort of a thing, which has got all these fancy features. You could do 20 things and the other. You could grab people from any post and start conversations. Let's say a Russell Brunson spends $10,000 on one ad, he does. And it's very easy to find that ad running. You go there and you see that ad talks to your audience. You grab them at the click of a button in less than 30 seconds, and you put them in your dashboard, and you have the whole list with the name, clickable. You can start sending messages to them. You can do it manually. You can do it automated. You can tag them. You can do a whole lot of things to it. And that's how you borrow your audience for free without spending anything at all on Facebook anymore. Make sense? Make sense? So why this engine is so powerful? Because it is like space age technology. It's got stuff that has not even been introduced in the market as yet. What do you currently do to get your leads? What actions do you do? And on what platforms do you do that? Everybody wants leads. People talk about growing your email list. People talk about posting. People talk about joining 500 Facebook groups. People talk about getting onto paid memberships because you can post, you're allowed to post. I see people putting out these promo posts. Go promote because someone wants to know what you're doing. Thank you for saying that, Gabe. Nothing has worked for me either. And that's why I got so frustrated. I wasted a whole year trying to figure out the right way of doing things. Nothing worked until now. Nothing will work because Facebook is not going to let you do it. And if it does, it means manual labor intensive work, which means you're going to hang out on a post in a group, sit there, talk to every person, hoping they're the right fit. Most people are not because they're free. They're just sitting and chatting away. I don't think they're doing real business. And if they're not, they may not even be a good fit for you. But you think you've made a connection. You think you've invited them to your group. You think you've sent them a lead magnet. They don't even click. They don't even care. They don't even open it. They don't even show up, and just goes on and on until you get so exhausted. You lose out on all the hope and you're like, what am I doing? Anybody feels like that here? You get totally burned out. Yes, most people are not a good fit. And there is a reason, because your starting point was wrong. Of course, you have to develop other skills. I'm not saying that that's the only piece, but the starting point, today we are only talking about the starting point. Because unless you get the starting point right, I cannot move you to the next and the next and the next stages. Do you agree with me on that? At least get the right people in. Learn lead generation and learn the best way of doing it. And why I talk about the platforms is you've been hosting audio rooms again lately, and I'm already burnt out. I do not attend any networking events. Come network, talk to people, come for these 30-second pitch, 1-minute pitch. And I'm like, don't exhaust me. It's happening in Facebook groups a lot. And these promo posts, I'm like, for how long are we going to sit and spam? It doesn't seem like spamming, but we do. All of us do it. For how long are we going to go and sit and spam these groups, hoping that someone would one day come, look at our link, look at our resource, our lead magnet, or whatever it is that we put out, and reach out to us and say, hey, where can I sign up with you? Does it happen? They should be banned. The promo post should be banned. It's so, I mean, I'll use some very heavy words here, so I'm not going to speak. Today's not the day to speak. Today's full moon. So let's not do it. Let me not spoil my good vibe. So yeah, but they should be banned. They should be totally banned. So I don't want to do any of this. This is how all of this came about. I don't know about you. None. I mean, I've been put into chat groups where they say, oh, I've posted this post in this group. Can you please go and like it? I mean, excuse me? Do you even know how that works? How many of you know what I'm talking about? It's a joke. Okay, I actually put together a list for you guys. Join Facebook groups. Either you go to other people's groups to post, engage, and promote and do all kinds of things and give your life away. Or yes, I've done the groups as well where you like and share. Yeah, that's funny. Did that work for you? Or you post content in so many places, you take permission, pay up, whichever way, or you follow those days on the calendar. Tuesday, these 10 groups, Monday, these 7 groups, all that bullshit. We only saw each other's content. Exactly. Just stop. People run, okay, those are one aspect of things. When people run ads, what about people who run ads? What about people who run ads? You think people who have budgets, people who are making a whole lot of money to spend on ads, do you think those guys own their audience? Do you think when you run a Facebook ad, can you even access those people at all? Like, you pay so much money to Facebook and you can only get access to people who actually choose to sign up somewhere or to leave their email or to, I don't know, if your call to action is join my group. So if they get to join your group, then something happens, which means back to organic. How do you nurture them? How do you connect with them? How do you do anything? They're the coldest possible ever with the lowest opportunity for you to turn them from cold to warm. Lowest opportunity for you to turn them in from cold to warm. Is that right or right, guys? Those ads, they buy the clicks. Hardly anybody's there. I don't know, what do they do? I can grab people from anybody's ads and make them mine for free. It's a little advanced strategy, but I can do that using the same damn tool that you're seeing on my screen right now. That's the third way of doing things. I told you there are 5 sexy ways. I can't show you all 5 today, but I can tell you about it for sure. And if you want, we can work on these one by one for your business when we are doing the workshop. I'm happy to show them to you. What else do your Messaging gurus tell you, go post, come buy a program from us. We'll teach you what to write. We'll teach you how to post so that you get all the eyeballs, so that you become magnetic. Of course, I love chatting on other people's ads. How many of you are sold by messaging gurus? I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They're amazing people. I don't write very good copy, so I have all the respect for them. But I am not going to go and write a post just to attract people to grow my audience. I will learn copy because it's a very beautiful, important, helpful skill set to learn, like so many other skill sets that we want to learn as online coaches, as online business entrepreneurs, not to just attract people, just to grow my audience. That I can do without that. Make sense, guys? Anybody has any questions so far? Please throw them at me. Okay. I find all of this super overwhelming. I don't know about you. I've seen people take breaks off social media for months. I see that the results are not predictable at all with what you've done. There are no guarantees. I don't know how much time, money, resources. I don't know what is the cost you assign to your overwhelm and your, sometimes people get on medication. Sometimes people go to counselors. Yeah, so crazy. And you don't even know that you spend so much money on that and you lose so much of time, the time that I want you to go and serve people instead. Make sense, guys? How do you feel about all this, guys? I want to know. And if you're not feeling good about it, why exactly on earth are you doing it? Yeah, you want to help people, that's fine. But why are you doing that stuff, that process that's not aligned with you, that's not working? Why are you following those steps that are not actually working? Why are you still doing them? Because other coaches said to me, yes, because other coaches said, because you have invested money in them, you've paid $5,000, $3,000. And if someone like me comes and tells you, oh, just spend like $100 and you don't have to do any of that. And your other mind, your ego mind comes in. I'm saying it in a good way. This is what happens. We are humans. And your other mind comes and says, oh, but I've put in so much money. I need to get the value for it. How can I not do this? This is what I'm supposed to do. Why should I now try another something? Anybody here I have gone through that a lot of times. The industry tells us to do so. We do not know of another way that works. We've had a series of bad experiences in the past. The available solutions are way too expensive. We cannot trust them. They don't work. They fail. They break down. Whatever we have tried, we are tired of trying so many new things. Come on, which ones? It's either time or money. That's what they tell you, it's time or money. It's not that anymore. We have broken that also, because now it's not time and it's not money. I want you to save time and I want you to save money. That's a new one. This is the new mantra. This is the new age AI powered mantra. I don't want you to spend a whole lot of money. So most people, guys, are doing it wrong. And before we get there, I want you to see the stats. Everybody excited to see how many numbers our little friend has done since we started? How many leads have we got? I promised you 700. How many do we have now? How many do we have now? Is leads a problem? We've got 1600. And I'll show you how it looks like in the back end. In fact, I can do it right away while we are at it on this screen. I open another window. This can keep running. I can keep doing my stuff. Right now I'm on two machines, but I can do anything on this. It doesn't come in the way of anything. I can use my Zoom calls. I can write my next workshop. I can do whatever I want right here. That's not a problem. I've opened another window. The automation is running in the first one. And if you see, if I go all the way down, this one should be at the end. You see here, it's showing 1643 people. Canva design community, the last one. And if I say, show me the people, it'll open up the dashboard. I've got the names. I can click on it. I can look at their profile on Facebook. I can send them a message. I can read their bio from inside. You see this person? I can read their profile right here. I can see how many mutual friends do I have in common with them. I can read whatever it is that I want to read about right here. Okay. And of course, very simply, I'm not doing this right now with you. This is all a part of the workshop. I can choose, I want to send messages to the first 30 people. I choose those people. I come here. I set out my message. I teach you how to write a good message that sounds really good, that sounds comforting, that sounds non-spammy, that sounds super friendly, adds value. You can set out certain parameters and add your message campaign. I have some saved from before. The ones that I sent you guys for the workshop, they're all saved here. I save them somewhere and the different variations of them just show up. And then I hit send and they're good to go. They just start sending those messages to the people who were there in the list, the ones that I selected. That's it, done. And I can go off working. I can work on the computer or I can walk away. I can come back and I can wait for people to respond back to me. And once they respond back to me, I just have to talk to people who actually respond back to me and not talk to the whole world and waste my time. I didn't go and interact with anyone in that group. I did not sit and engage on any of the posts. I did not, I just wrote a message which is talking to the post or the group that I got them from. And I mean, the whole strategy lies inside how do you write, what do you write, and so on. I also love how you can use the spin text in messaging, so you're not sending the same message to every person. Yeah, that's very important to keep yourself Facebook friendly. We've added all the features that keep you Facebook friendly, like big time. But that's all done. That's in the background. But what I'm saying is, like, half the things you will not even realize. You just get to do them because that's how the software is designed in the first place. But it just doesn't stop. It keeps going. Very good question. Cold DM, just hold on to it. I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to change your perception about cold DMs today in this presentation. It's just coming up very shortly. Let's stick to the flow that I've created for you guys. So guys, we just need a 3-step system, which we already have. And what I'm doing right now in the background, I'll just explain it to you. It's a 3-step system. First thing that this system does is it finds audience that is looking for us actively. Listen to it again. Take notes if you need to. It finds audience that is looking for us rather than the other way around. Is that a game changer already? The whole strategy is to find them and then grab them and start talking to them. But the system allows you to do that. If you just run it blindly like any other, same thing. If you use Chat GPT and you don't know how to use it, it'll give you random results. Exactly the same thing. Here, this is more AI powered. It just goes through the algorithm, finds the right people, puts the right combination. You need to know what are you after, and you get them. Click on the button. It gets you everybody that you've asked for, served to you on a platter, puts them in your system, ready to start conversations with them, ready to fire, ready to automate that part of the side of the business. Make sense, guys? You want to find audience, find people that are looking for you. Very important. If you can do that, your problem is solved. You will save so much time in nurturing them. You will save so much time in disqualifying them. And the system should automate sending out conversation opening messages to them. The system should then automate message sending to them. You should be able to send out winner conversation opening messages to them. Otherwise, what would you do with all these people sitting in your dashboard? I just showed you how you do it, and the system allows you to do it. I do it. All the messages that you received from me were all automated. I think you got like 3 different sets of messages in a very short span of time because I didn't have much time to promote the event. So all of that was automated. Of course, when you were asking me questions, you were listening to me and all of that. That was me. But yeah, the standard ones were being sent out using the system. And then the messages are written in a way that they help pre-qualify people to save us time, sanity, and add a lot of fun, ease, and flow to our lives. How many of you understand the value of pre-qualifying people? How many of you here understand the value of pre-qualifying people? Thank you. Thank you, Kate. It's so, 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 so important. And I'm inviting you to my workshop starting tomorrow, because each person, each business, every single person, what you're doing is different from each other. I invite all of you who are watching the live, who are going to be watching the replay, to come and join the workshop, because I want to teach you this system that you're seeing in front of your screen right now. I'm not in the right place to go further now. Gail, you are very new to Facebook. You'll have a lot of newbie sort of problems also, but you need to learn very quickly. These systems are very, very advanced. It'll help you move multiple steps the fastest. If I took a couple of years to reach somewhere, if these people alongside who are, sitting next to you took, for how long have you guys been in the coaching world? Let's just give a little glimpse, a little support to Gail here. Let's just help her out. For how long have all of us been here in the coaching world, please, guys? If you can just let me know, less than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, just give me that number so that she has a perspective. For me, I'm in my 6th year, Gail, and I struggled the most. I learned everything the hard way. 8 years off and on. Look at that. And she's still here. Gail, thank you for over 25 plus years. Tell me about the online world. From Laurie, 3 years. My goodness, 15 years as a boutique. And now, have you turned now into an online business, Bliss, after 15 years of running your boutique? And if yes, how long has that been? My gosh, I don't want you guys to suffer. Come on, you have so much to offer to the world. Please allow me to help you. Please come for the workshop. Allow me to show you what to do correctly. Let's just break it. Let's just break that pattern. Let's not do things that we are not supposed to do. I closed my brick and mortar to be 100% online since COVID, and it's been 4 years. And she's still here. She's still looking for ways to find leads, qualified leads. Everybody I meet with has burned fingers, no matter where they are at. Everybody. That's why I decided to hold this workshop. So, so, so important. I'm still working on verbiage and strategies. Oh, so that's more of a business coach problem. I do not teach business coaching anymore. I'm a pure salesperson now, because I love sales too much, because I teach people how not to sell. So I build systems that sell, that pre-qualify and get people to sell themselves to your offers. That's the magic that I create. And okay, so Dan, so good to see you. We got to sort your problem for good. I don't want you to remain stuck for the next 6 years. I want you to get out of it in the next 6 days, if you're up for it.
I am.
I like that spirit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Dawn, I would like you to please take the mic, come to the stage.
Well, I think it's pretty awesome. I'm blown away by it. I can't imagine this would, I'm I'm 6+ years in as a coach, certified, multi-certified, still don't have clients. I've had some, but I want a full client load. And I can't seem to find my people. I'm in zillions of groups, and I've just been going at it. I've spent so much money to make this work. I refuse to give up. And I just want to be able to finally say, oh my gosh, I did it.
Okay,
that's all. That's all.
So in 6 years in your certification program as a coach, I'm sorry, what kind of coaching program did you do? Was it business coaching, life coaching, some other, or just a general specific coaching program?
It was like a general coaching and also certified health coach, but I don't want to do the health coaching. That didn't light me up. I like business. So
business coach as of now. Okay, great. Awesome. I get it. So in your training, and more than just the training back in the day, over your years of experience, 6 years is a huge whole lot of time where you could have completely shifted your life and so many other lives, which obviously hasn't happened until now. What is it, if you were to tell me in 2 lines, what is it that you've tried? What all is it that you've tried that you were taught by the industry experts to try? And then you tried more things, because you are I know you've been around me. I have been seeing you around me in my groups everywhere for more than a year, if I'm not mistaken. So I would like to know, what is it after 6 years that you've tried and you think people should not do, and why?
Definitely stop going to every single training class, coach, course. I've been through literally hundreds of them, like 2, 3, 4 every week, learning. And then there's so much in here that is just mind boggling that then I just take a step back and go, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do anymore. I have done everything all the gurus say. I've had so many coaches and it's just overwhelming. So now my business is focused on simplifying. And then what happens? You pop in. It's like, wow, amazing, perfect timing.
Thank you. But I also know that you've not been the most open, and I'm saying it with all humility and love for you. And I am representing all the people who have that same thing, because there is a reason, because they've tried so many things. They've been there, done that, you know, it just doesn't stand out as something that is even possible. So they're not really open to the possibility of giving something which is completely radical a chance to even put in their 2 hours and come over and just say, okay, one more thing. What would you say to those people so far?
I would say definitely come and have a look with an open mind, right? I have tried everything, so I'm not afraid to try something new, but you have to just have an open mind. And to me, this is mind blowing. I mean, if Himani, if this works, it will completely change not only my life, but all the people's lives I'm meant to help, my family's life, community's life. I mean, it's the ripple effect will be enormous. And so, yeah, I'm ready.
Only a trained and experienced eye and brain can say something like this, because what you just said, it's thinking in the future, what you just said, and not everybody is able to, and I'm able to because I am exactly like that. And do you know, if I may ask, do you know what is it that I do that I'm known for per se, that I always claim, say, talk, brag, put out in the world? What is it that I'm known for? And if you were to say in one word, one line for
sales.
coaching, I'm into
Yeah,
sales.
you,
What the hell am I doing teaching people leads? Do you understand why am I doing it? It's not even close to my heart.
To me, it's because you see all the potential out there and people just are not, they're not finding the people. Like you say, it's holding everything in that we're supposed to help people with and not reaching anybody or the right anybody's.
You know, for
right?
me, my brain is wired into sales so much that it's in my DNA now. I've been doing this years, right? And what I see happening is when I talk about sales, when I hold my sales workshops and I teach them, oh, you can get sales in one single step. These are of course, it's not going to happen tomorrow morning, but there is a whole structure that I've designed, and I call it the one-step sales system. And I'm very, very proud of being given the blessing to have gone through so much experience and having worked with 500 people to know and create something which I've not learned from anyone, is as original as it can be. And when I go out and I teach people and I want to do those master classes, and I don't see much conversion or much openness, and I have been analyzing what is the reason. And the only reason that came to my understanding after experimenting with it for such a long time is that people are not quite there as yet. They haven't reached a stage where selling or getting clients or serving clients is even a bigger problem. The problem is the starting stages, where they are stuck at the starting stages of how do I get to number one, how do I find people who are aligned with me, who are looking out for me? That's what lead generation means for me, not just go and spamming all these groups and all these posts and come and promote. I think they should all be banned from Facebook, according to me, if anyone asks me, because they're just spamming Facebook. And number two is, once they somehow, after giving their life to Facebook and, you know, doing all the things that they should not be doing anymore, the other problem that I'm seeing, and I'm seeing that inside my workshop this week, I've realized it now, as late as last 2 days, is that people, they don't know how to articulate a simple message to send out to the new people and get the conversation going. So even firstly, they don't know how to find people. And then if they happen to find some people, they get stuck because it's a bottleneck. They don't know how to articulate that message. Do you agree with me? And if yes,
Definitely.
which one of the two would you think is a bigger problem? I have not been able to, you know, cast my vote on either of the two as yet. This is your experience.
For me, it's both of those. It's finding the people and then how to speak to them. I have issues with that as well. There's so much in my head that I want to say, I don't know what to say. Seriously.
Goodness gracious me. What is it exactly that you can help me with? Like, what would be your one single liner that you would tell me, I can help you achieve this result? I mean, while having fun, yes, but what is the result that you're going to help me achieve, which will really grab my attention? Say, maybe I want to be open to listening to Dawn for a change. What would that be?
Mhm. It would be signing clients.
And
I've signed
great.
clients, Hamani, with just one post, and people sign up. So yeah, we make it way too hard. So I would help them sign clients.
Using posting, using one post.
It could be a post, but I want to learn this about the messaging. Because like you say, Facebook doesn't show any posts. I have no engagement. Nobody sees it. It's just, even in my own group, it's
Yeah.
just really bad.
It's really bad. Everybody is teaching how to write a post that will attract people. And Facebook is, it's like fighting against the grain. It's like Facebook is not going to show that post to anyone, even if you write really well. Even if you got those frameworks from your fancy coach, even if you have spent $5,000 on learning messaging, it's important to learn messaging. But I think Facebook is not showing my posts at all. Every person who signs up for my workshop comes into my world, 90% of them are coming through messaging, personalized messaging, because I know how to write and I know how to grab their attention. And then I know how to follow, because that's a part of sales and follow up and strategy. I'm very good at it. I'm blessed at it. And I'm just saying that all of it has happened inside the messenger for me, always. So how can we have our businesses depend upon Facebook? That's the question I keep asking. Our businesses cannot depend upon Facebook. Not anymore.
No.
We're going to work on it in our workshop starting tomorrow, where I want you to help find audience for your business, not for mine. What you saw was for mine. I want you to do it for yourself. I want you to write a very sexy message, which is absolutely the opposite of non-spammy, which starts conversation. While the software is pulling out people and putting in your dashboard, we will write it and start sending out already. So by the time we leave the room, I want you to see that people have started responding back already. Yeah. So you feel like really good about doing this, and you see how shifting the energetics of the message completely transforms the quality of the responses that you get to receive. So that's how you get to pre-qualify. Gail can do 20 people a day. I can do 200 people a day. Gail, there's a technology, there's a system. I do a lot of things. Okay, so these are my stats. I took this screenshot yesterday. This is from my Social Prospector license from one single account. So I have done in the last, and I've not been active last 4 months. I was rebuilding pieces of my business. I was traveling. Lisa is aware. I've been away pretty much all Feb. I go travel to the mountains. I work from there. I cannot run all these automations from there. The internet is not the best. I've done a whole lot of crazy stuff. I'm on my spiritual tours and stuff. And despite all of that, these are my numbers. I've done 39,000 leads, messages, so many messages. And these are not even from day one, because these stats were introduced much later in time. So the software could map these out starting, I was already 4 or 5 months into the program when it actually mapped these out. It shows you the stats. And these are the things that have 100% shifted for all of us. Lisa, I would like you to add anything to this list. Okay. I know you're there for the, for the VIP. So the things that you have not yet ironed, things that still need ironing out for you, we will make sure that we do that tomorrow. But apart from that, you've been a part of the development team also to a degree. You've known us, you've got access to all 3 software. She actually just upgraded her license to 7 seats for the CRM. And like, if I don't know if any one of you uses Group Track, it has become redundant completely. I mean, we've got systems that even Group Track cannot match. So that's a little more advanced software if anybody knows about it. But just add anything to this list if you feel like it from your experience. I post at least 5 times less. I actually don't post in my group anymore. I don't spam groups at all. This is what has shifted for me. I don't live off Facebook. I find 10 times more leads that are way more qualified. They are pre-qualified. I mean, yes, I also understand sales, so that information comes in handy. Those people are always looking out for someone like me. Okay. The pressure to post, the pressure cooker, the need to post is completely gone from my life. I don't care. I have now time for what I love doing the most. It could be anything for you. Personal care, serving more people, building your programs, things that are sitting on the top priority on your checklist, but you've not been able to get to them, all of that. The people that I meet with have way less resistance. And that's a game changer because now the conversations have become so much more fun. My inbox is filled with fun conversations. I meet with amazing people. I have done so many speaking gigs because I've got to meet with some really good people. I have done collaborations. You will see all of that on my post. If you scroll down my post, every month you'll see different things happening. I'm speaking in events, I'm doing collaborations, I'm signing up clients, I'm bringing you people in, I'm having my community. It's just fun. It's just that's how business should be. It should be, oh my gosh, I don't know how to get people, and then nothing else moves after that. There's a full stop. It's just like one hamster wheel, nothing else goes, further up from there. So it's all thanks to the world of AI, tech automation, one-click hand system. I've just shown you how it works. And my goal today is to help you replicate exactly what I have done. Are you with me on this? 2000. Can you even message 2000 people, guys, this week? How many of you can? And now is my absolute juicy way of extracting people from viral posts. Why viral posts? Let's first do it since we are at it, and then I'll explain to you why we're doing it and how it's my favorite strategy to help you get really small group of audience that's super mom, super qualified, super ready to possibly work with you if you learn how to nurture them well, which means you don't have to send out thousands and tens of thousands of messages to start signing up clients. All right, ready for it? So let's say you open any post. I told you you can look for any post anywhere on Facebook, doesn't matter. It can be inside a group, on a feed, your post, somebody else's post. This is my post. I'm showing you on my post. You can do it for your posts also. Like you put out a lead magnet. I put out a lead magnet. I showed you this one liner in our modules, and I've got 239 comments. Of course, I have also commented back, so not all of them are from fresh people. The unique comments would be possibly 50% on an average. Then I've got 72 reactions, different ones. I've got likes, hearts, and that OMG reaction. I've got those. So I want to capture all these people, not only people who have reacted, and I can choose if I want people who have only liked, not why would I get people who have only liked? If I want people who have only hearted, or I also want people who have genetically, reacted to, used any of these reactions, all of them, some of them. And if I obviously want to get people who have commented. Now imagine somebody, I'm throwing this in and people are like drooling all over the place. I want it. Can you send me that information, please? And obviously, you know that those are super warm people because they're really looking out for that information. Makes sense? Now imagine if this was happening on somebody else's post and people were drooling all over and they really wanted that resource and they really, you can tell from the comments that, my gosh, this person can I can really help them. So then you can grab hold of them without having to send them any email, nothing. And yeah, so they are writing all the words, I'm interested. Now, if this person, as an example, I wanted to grab hold of this person and start a conversation, even before getting them inside my world, even before getting them inside my Facebook group, even before asking them to share their email ID, even before getting to raise their hands up, sign up for a lead magnet, fill out a form, none of that, right here, right now, without even having to send them a friend request, hoping and waiting for them to accept the friend request so that I can start the conversation. None of that. You can do it right now, right away. No problem at all. Okay. So I just right clicked on their name and I can add them straight to whichever tag that I want to add them to right here. Just clicked on social prospector because it's an outreach thing that I'm doing. If I wanted to add them to my group, I don't know why I want to add them to my group, but see the tags just opened up. Yeah, because I'm on the right browser right now, and my entire list of tags has just opened up here. Not a problem. I show you how to do all of this, how to grab people from anywhere on Facebook. That tutorial is there in the tutorial section of Social Prospector. So this is the only piece I want you to know. You can grab anywhere from anywhere on Facebook without having to leave that section, and you can start working with those people right there and then. Okay, that's the beauty of these softwares. I really love the way these softwares really take care of how we want to work and the workflow and what's going on in our minds, and the whole thing, the whole process makes it very, very intuitive, very easy, and so on. So now I want to grab all these people. How do I do that? I mean, I have grabbed them, but I'm doing that again for you to see. So all I got to do is click on the timeline of this post, any post. Think of it as any post by anyone, anywhere living on Facebook. Highlight the timeline, right click, Social Prospector. This feature lives only inside Social Prospector, does not live inside Group Master. There are a lot of different things, like all the group related features are unique to Group Master. A lot of outreach features are unique to Social Prospector. And then there is the CRM, which adds so much ammunition to the whole thing, but we can get into that later. So the first option, show engaged people, that's where you want to be. You want to see all the engaged people. That's it. I just clicked on that button and it starts to bring in all the people who engaged with that post. So it'll bring in everybody who reacted. So there were 72 reactions, remember? So it's already gotten 30 of 72, 40. It's instant. It's unbelievably instant. And done. Reactions, pretty much 98% done. Now it's loading the comments. There is no software on the planet that also grabs their comments. None. It's loading all the comments. There were 200 something. So it's going to get all of them. It grabbed the unique comments, unique people, because there were repetitions. Like I responded back to each one of them. So obviously it doesn't want me counted there. So it looks a bit strange, but you'll do it for the first time. It's done. It's grabbed everybody. Now you tell the software which ones do you want to grab out of the entire list. So it's asking you, you can even segregate. I only want people who hearted the post. So you get 19 people. You say, oh, people who say, oh, OMG, there are 5 people who use that reaction. You got 24 people, and so on and so forth. There's nobody who laughed at it. There's nobody who sent hugs to it. There's nobody, who got angry at it. And there were 46 people who liked the post as well. So I can choose if I want them or I don't want them. Now I've got 70 people in there in my bucket. Now the comments, I haven't even looked at people who left comments down there. So this COM is basically comments. Sometimes I have to, let's try this to make it, no, let's zoom it in the other way around. Maybe that becomes clearer. Okay, so the comments here, should I zoom it one more step for you guys? Yeah, possibly. So now the comments, now I've got 128 people because I checked off on that also. You can selectively check off on all these. There's ads also. This one is not an ad. Otherwise, I could click on that and it would add those people as well. Now, once you have made the selection, now if you scroll down at the bottom, you see you can manually select and deselect people as well. Even more cool, right? Sometimes somebody, you may have just chanced upon a comment where the person has commented, but at the same time, it's a negative comment. I'm just saying, I know it's not possible to sit and look at every comment in the real world, but let's say you do. You have the ability to unselect people if you so wanted to as well. Okay, now that you've got the best people in there, now you know who are the people who are going to come in from that post. Now there are 3 things you can do. You can send them a message campaign from right here. If you've saved it before, you go and save it in your Social Prospector. So the campaigns that you create inside one software show up only in that software. So the ones that you create in, let's say, Group Master will not show up in here because it's a Social Prospector. They work independently of each other. The only place where they start talking to each other in different ways is the CRM. Okay. And plus it has its own abilities. Just so you know, just so you know. Okay. So here all my lists will show up. If I don't want to send out a message yet, I can just keep it at none. If I already have a tag that I know where I want to send them to, I can also select it there. And after I've done that, there are three things I can do. I can send them a friend request, I can send them a message, and I can also auto tag them. Okay, three things all at the same time. And I can also type a quick message. If I didn't want to send out a campaign, then I can also type out a quick message. Do it only for a very small number of people because it's one static standard message. There is no spin text. There is no spinning involved. If you're quick typing something, then in that case, make sure the number is not more than 10, 15. Then you can just send a quick message. There are placeholders available if you want to make use of them, and just go and send auto message. Just say message. So then it'll send messages to them. If you don't want to send a message, what I do is I do not do anything here. What I do is I just simply bring them back into my dashboard of Social Prospector. I just say auto tag. Auto tag is when it doesn't, you don't have a tag. I just tell it to go and assign its own tag, and then I will do things to them from there. So it just collects them and it takes them to the to a new tag, which shows inside the tags section of Social Prospector. It has a date attached to it, so it's not difficult to find. And then I go rename it and then decide what do I want to do with them from that point on. I do not send them this stuff here because I want to run it, you know, with my time intervals. I want to send them my campaigns. I want to put them in a nice category. I want to do it when I want to do it, right? You steal my heart, Fernanda Furman. I am one of your biggest fans too, and you know that. You're very, very special. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I'm your diehard fan too. Thank you. You're beautiful. You're a great soul, and you do your work the best. We all need you in our corner. Same for you.